right, we'll start with a couple housekeeping things. First, bathrooms there's one immediately off to the left if you're out of the auditorium. There are some more down the hallway, kind of hidden. Look for some signs in the hallway on those locations. And be mindful, we are at Hamilton Community Schools. They are a nicotine-free, no smoking, no vaping throughout the day, so please be mindful of that. Welcome, friends. Welcome. This is the 2025 Neighborhood Summit. I'm excited for an engaging day, energy, and enthusiasm. I see a lot of familiar faces. That is awesome. Calms me just a little bit. I might be a little nervous. But I am more excited about the faces that I don't recognize. Welcome to the table. Welcome to the 17STRONG table. You are welcome to our 17STRONG table. You are welcome to engage with 17STRONG today and going forward. We are also at a capacity crowd, which is awesome. More people to our table. Thank you all for coming. And I am Greg Bisdorf, the 17STRONG Advisory Board Chair. I will introduce my friend, Miles Davidson, my co-chair. I would like to also introduce the 17STRONG Advisory Board. If you are present, can we bring the house lights back up? If you're present, can you please stand and be recognized? We have expanded our board this year from 9 in previous years to 16 this year with 10 new appointees. I am thrilled to have that going forward. We have our committees on that board is the Grants Committee chaired by Angela Jarrett, which is in more demand than ever these days. So the microgrants are open till March 17th. Please, if you have a good idea to get involved in the neighborhood and just need some funds, fill those out and get those grants in. We have Kat Steele, who chairs the Communications Committee, who is getting out multimedia and engaging with everything that 17STRONG is doing. We have Patrick Wright, who is the Outreach Chair, who is blowing it up with our micro committee or subcommittees that are more engaging and easier to get on with for anybody to join. So please look at those calendars. Those meetings are throughout the months that you can get in there and participate and get engaged with 17STRONG in the neighborhoods. So I would like to pass it off to Miles, who will touch on our theme for the day. You are welcome.
Yes. Thanks, Greg. Thanks, everybody, for being here today. This is so wonderful. We are over capacity because so many people wanted to join us, and we wanted to just let you know and let all of our neighbors here in Hamilton who might not be here today that you are welcome. Every single one of you that's here or not here, you are welcome in our town. You are welcome within the 17STRONG organization. We really, really encourage you to get involved with what we've got going on. Most of you here today, like Greg said, a lot are familiar faces we've worked with before. We love seeing you, but the table gets ever bigger. So more seats for more voices. Speaking of voices, I would like to use mine now and also include all of yours. If we could get started today with a little song that our theme reminded me of. I'm going to do it twice. I'll do it once, and then on the second time around, if you would all join me, please, I will do it so that we have an example. And then I would like everybody to raise their voices in unity for the city of Hamilton in song. Here we go. I'm gonna sit at the welcome table one of these days, hallelujah, I'm gonna sit at the welcome table. Gonna sit at the welcome table one of these days. Everybody with me? 3, 4. I'm gonna sit at the welcome table. Yes, I'm gonna sit at the welcome table one of these days. Hallelujah. I'm gonna sit at the welcome table. Gonna sit at the welcome table one of these days. You are welcome, Hamilton. Thanks for joining us today.
Thank you, Miles, for getting the juices flowing with that one this morning. I don't think that's the last time we're going to hear you sing today. Thank you all for coming out today to engage in this wonderful day. I would like to welcome to the stage Andrea Blevins, the incoming Hamilton City School District Superintendent.
I just made David promise me that he's going to dub out my singing as he sat behind me. First of all, on behalf of the entire Hamilton City School District, welcome to Hamilton High School. If this is your first time in any of our buildings or you are a third-generation Hamiltonian, you are a huge part of our school community and you are welcome. I'm not going to sing it, but you are welcome. As I take over as the new superintendent here in Hamilton, it is a mission of mine to help support our school district, but also our community. I personally feel that strong schools are a cornerstone of a thriving community. And looking around this room today, I couldn't be more excited about the potential and the opportunity for our young people, our staff, our city, and the county to see what one group of dynamic individuals can do to change outcomes. And so I just want to say thank you, first of all, for showing up today, for being able to showcase our beautiful building. Thank you to Mr. Zeri, his custodial staff, everyone under the sun that made this happen, to the 17STRONG board for including Hamilton City Schools to be an essential part of this day. I truly believe that the partnership that is coming in the next 5 to 10 years is going to move this entire community forward. So I am excited about the partnership. I would be remiss if I didn't recognize some very important people from our district that are here today. I want to thank 4 of our board members who saw today important to invest in our community. So I want to acknowledge President Shaquilla Matthews, Vice President Dave Davidson, Dr. Joe Kopis, as well as Mr. Lauren Sprague. So thank you to them for being here today. I also look out around this crowd and I see so many educators, administrators, and valuable people on our staff. So if you work for Hamilton City Schools, would you please stand and be recognized? What's really amazing today is throughout this day, you will see every single one of our building administrators are involved in one or more sessions. And I think that speaks to the heart of what our district is, investing in our community and our youth. As we move forward both today and throughout the year, I want to let you know that my office is always open. If there's a way that we can serve or make your experience better in this district, we are here to do that. But I'm also asking you to join me arm in arm to help support this next generation of leaders. We have to help expose our kids to the greatness that is in this community, and we have to help them getting involved. That's one of my missions at next year's summit, to see more students. We already have some here today, some amazing kids, but how do we get our kids seeing what's going on in our community and being that next voice for change? I could go on all day. I will put a little promo in session 2 today. Come and hear kind of some of the exciting things that are coming, but I couldn't be more proud of where we're going. But I'm not a singer. I'm not a performer. But I do have the distinct pleasure of knowing all of the talents of our students. from our athletic programs to our fine arts to our clubs. We just opened the first esports gaming club in Southwest Ohio. We have things for every student. All students, it is a goal to make sure that they feel a sense of belonging to something they do. Today, many of our performing arts groups are out competing all over. Our show choir is on their way to Taze Valley right now to compete. But I have a sampling this morning from some of our youngest talented students. I have the pleasure of introducing Ridgeway Elementary's Matilda Junior musical cast. This is a group of 3rd through 6th grade students that have been practicing and rehearsing since September. Their show will be March 14th through 16th on this very stage, so you do not want to miss it. When I heard the songs they were singing, I said, I can tell you're great actors because this is not representative of who they are. The songs that they're going to sing today are When I Grew Up and Revolting Children. Only on stage. So thank you again for being here today. Without further ado, the Ridgeway Matilda Junior musical choir.
Jack and Jill went up the hill to fetch a pail of water. So they say the subsequent fall was inevitable. They never stood a chance, they were written that way. I wonder why they didn't just change their story. We're told we have to do it, we are told that surely. Sometimes you have to be a little bit naughty. Just because you find that life's not fair, it doesn't mean that you just have to grin and bear it. If you always take it on the chin and wear it, nothing will change. Even if you're little, you can do a lot. You must let a little thing like little stop you. If you sit around and let them get on top of you, might as well be saying you think that it's okay, and that's not right. And if it's not right, you have to put it right. But nobody else is gonna put it right for me. Nobody but me is gonna change my story. Sometimes you have to be a little bit naughty. a screaming horde. Take out your hockey stick and use it as a sword. Never again will we be ignored. We'll find out where the chalk is stored and drawing pictures on the board. It's not insulting, we're revolting. We can SPL how we like, and none of us are wrong, wrong is right. Everyone LORTY. So we're a little bit naughty, so we gotta stay inside the line. If we disobey at the same time, there's nothing that a transport can do. But you take a hammer and essay, shooting things you can push us too far. There's no going back now, we REVOLTIN. Reporting time, little SING, USING. Right will be REVOLTING. It is too early for you, we are revolting. We are revolting children living in revolting times. We sing revolting songs, using revolting rhymes. We'll be revolting children till our revolting time. And it's too early for you, we are revolting!
That was great fun, a good way to begin a good day. I'm Kathy Klink, and I'm sharing some thoughts with you on behalf of the Friends of 17 Strong, an organization comprised of a handful of residents who fundraise so that we are able to have both this summit and our award ceremony. So it's my pleasure and honor to introduce to you some very important people. Our sustaining sponsor is First Financial Bank, and with us is Jeff Judd, and you'll hear from him in just a moment. Our presenting sponsor is the YWCA, and you will hear from Wendy Waters Cannell and Dawn Anderson Thurman. So let me step aside and give the mic to them.
What an amazing looking crowd today, and I hope each and every one of you know that you are welcome here. As Mrs. Klink mentioned, I'm Jeff Judd. I'm the market president for First Financial Bank here in Hamilton, and I'm honored to be kicking this off as a sustaining sponsor today. I have the privilege of working with several awesome cities throughout the region, but I think part of what makes Hamilton so unique is the organizations like 17 Strong that truly care about the people. In addition to 17 Strong, First Financial partners with the City of Hamilton, the Miami University, Hamilton City Schools, Greater Hamilton Chamber of Commerce, Inspiration Studios, Fitness Center for Creative Arts, SELF, and many others. And I personally believe it's a collaboration between these amazing organizations that makes Hamilton so special. In closing, I want to mention that First Financial Bank has over 100 associates that either live or work in Hamilton, and we all choose to invest our time, talent, and treasure right here. I hope that everybody has an amazing day, and if you want to learn more about First Financial Bank, please visit our breakout session. Thank you.
Thank you. He had 3 minutes, so I think we get some of his minutes, Wendy, if that's all right. We appreciate that, because we're a bit long-winded. This is a bit surreal. So 30 years ago and almost to the day, Hamilton High School had a talent show, and I got to host it with one of my long-term friends, and so it feels a bit odd to be on this stage again. But I want to thank all of the individuals that helped put this summit on, and as part of YWCA, we want everybody to know that you're welcome. But when I think about what it means to me to be in a welcoming community or in a welcoming area, I think about a relationship that probably started about 11 or 12 years ago, I met a young lady, and I didn't really know her. She lived and grew up in one area of Hamilton, so one of the other 17 communities, and I grew up in one area, but by the time we moved, she lived in a different area and me in another, but we probably lived in about 4 of these 17 communities. But anyway, we met. And she was probably so extremely welcoming. She was thoughtful, she was always kind, and she was always looking at a way to advocate for me. And what she taught me without ever saying anything is that my community is much larger than I realized. And so about 5 years ago, she introduced me to YWCA Hamilton, and that is how I ended up being in this space today. And so I'm extremely grateful to her. And oftentimes people will see her husband, who is a lovely part of this 17 Strong community and committee, and he started that. But what I like to think is that his wife, Chrissy Sarber, was telling us what it means to be welcoming and having people make sure that they are seen and that they are heard and that they are valued. And so I am extremely grateful to her. Thank you very much. Also want to say, because I'm supposed to talk about YWCA Hamilton, is that we are so glad that we get to carry out the mission of Dr. Julia Goodman, who started YWCA Hamilton in 1902, so almost 125 years ago, right here in Dayton, on Dayton Street. We are still doing the good work of Dr. Julia Goodman, and YWCA Hamilton and the amazing staff and team are welcoming some of the most vulnerable people in our community, and we want you all to know that we will continue to foster that kind of relationship, that kind of empowerment, that type of advocacy and partnership with all of you and these amazing residents. And as a matter of fact, in terms of being welcome, we want to welcome all of you in the audience today, and your cousins and your aunts and your uncles, and to our amazing event that we're going to have just about this exact time next week, and Wendy will tell you more about that.
Thank you, Dawn. Thank you. So quickly, thank you. We want everyone to understand that it takes all of us in all neighborhoods to make our community welcoming. We are all a part of that messaging. And next weekend at the Spooky Nook, there will be a free community festival. It is family friendly. We're going to have 10 international food vendors, over 20 different international crafters and artisans selling their wares. There will be entertainment all day long, every 45 minutes on a central stage that features some of our local talent, including the drummers from the Boys and Girls Club, the Cunningham Sisters. Hamilton Prestige will be there. Yeah. There we go. As well as In Harmonix. I mean, it's just going to be an amazing experience. And that is from 11 a.m. until 5 p.m., free and open to the public. And because of sponsorships like the amazing First Financial Bank, we have what we believe to be one of the largest children's activity areas of festivals that we've seen. Over 13 different stations with free activities for all the children. So please come out and enjoy this. Nothing says you are welcome more than seeing yourself at a festival and saying, please come here, live, work, and play, because we are Hamilton. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Susan Vaughn. I'm a member of Hamilton City Council and thrilled to be a part of the 17 Strong initiative and to be a part of our community here. As you have seen and heard through music and words, you are welcome has several meanings. And I think about that theme, oftentimes, maybe many times during the day, I say, you are welcome. Someone may walk up to me and say, wow, I love seeing that new business go in or a new restaurant. And I say, you're welcome. It's part of a commitment that our city has made. We also say, you are welcome to be a part of that. So it takes a community to make what we have in Hamilton. So I hope today and throughout the day, you think about that theme of you are welcome. I will speak on behalf of myself, and I believe all of our council, that we have made a commitment to make sure that our community is welcoming, that people feel safe in this community, that everyone feels welcome to engage in our activities, what we're doing, because we can't do it alone. Our 17 neighborhoods in Hamilton, each one has connectivity. It was intentional when we identified 17 communities. So maybe it's a little more personal when you get to know your community, but it doesn't mean you can't extend to the others. And today, we are a meeting of the communities. We are all here. I hope you meet someone else from another community, that you get to learn about the people in your community that are making things happen. When you came in today, I don't know if you saw the little punch board, but I hope that you go up, look at the 17 neighborhoods, and mark where you're from. Many people may not even know exactly which neighborhood. But again, although we are one community of Hamilton, we are also our individual communities. And you are welcome anywhere, anytime. And I thank you for being here today. I want to take just a moment to recognize our city council members. So I think, as Ms. Blevins said, the school board is here. The folks who manage our education in the community, the city leadership, I don't know that you really realize they're just people, and we're everywhere. And when they're here, take advantage of it. Walk over, talk to Andrea, go to the class or the session that she's doing today, and get to know her better, because she has a lot of give into the community, but we need your feedback. So get to know your leaders. But I want to welcome our city council members that are here. And if you'll stand briefly, Mayor Pat Moeller. I want to make sure I know. Council members, and if you'll hold your applause, Tim Nab, Carla Fear, Michael Ryan, Michael, oh, there you are. Vice Mayor Eric Pullman is sorry he couldn't be here today. He is traveling out of state. Joel Lauer. Is that everybody here? All right. Thank you all. Get to know them. Lastly, I would like all of our city staff. They're not all here, but we have over 600 city staff who keep this city running. And many, many of them are here today because they care about Hamilton. Will all of our city staff please stand that are here? Thank you. And many of them are on panels today. So if you have an issue about a pothole, maybe go to a session. Just saying. But we would invite you to get to know us. There is someone on the other end of 311 who does answer when there's a light out, when there are potholes. And we welcome any of your comments and feedback. Last but not least, I want to introduce our keynote speaker and our city manager, Craig Buchheit. Craig is an outstanding city leader. He fosters collaboration, working with local businesses, community organizations, and with residents within our community. Craig grew up in the Lindenwold neighborhood, educated in Hamilton, and he spent his career serving Hamilton. He was formerly our Hamilton police chief and for many years a police officer in Hamilton. He has been our city manager for a year, and in a transition as big as that, you can't miss a beat. And I will tell you, Craig Buchheit has not missed a beat. He is so community-oriented, and the goals that he has set for himself, he has surpassed my expectations. And I'm pleased and honored to work alongside him every day. I'd now like to welcome Craig Buchheit to the podium.
Well, good morning, everyone. It's great to be here. I want to thank a few people. I want to start by thanking that last group, Dawn, Wendy, Jeff. Thank you for not doing a song and dance routine, because if you had, I wasn't coming out here. We've seen so much great entertainment already this morning. It's going to be a great, great day. I want to thank the army of volunteers who have worked tirelessly to put today together. That group that was here last night, that group who has worked for weeks and months leading up to this to prepare for this, and that same group was back out here early this morning getting everything ready. Let's give them a hand, please. I'd also like to say a special thanks to Mallory, to Maddie, Cassandra, Devontae, Dustin, small group that was with me here last night helping get everything set up and get ready. I also want to thank all of you for taking time out of your weekend, out of your Saturday morning to be here. This is so exciting. It's an opportunity to meet new people, to learn new things, to make our community better. And I'm sure that we all agree, and if we don't agree right now, I know we'll agree by the end of the day, is that, and I need to hear from you if you agree with this, that this community, Hamilton, Ohio, is a very, very special and amazing place. Am I right? Thank you. And it's not amazing here because of anything that's happened recently. In my opinion, it's been amazing since day one. And when I think about the history of this community, and I think about what makes it special, and I think about events in the past, I don't think there's another event that has demonstrated or shown the nature, the grit, the determination of our community as much as the Great Flood, which we mark the 112th anniversary of this month. This is a picture that hangs in my office, and I've had it in my office since my time as police chief and now as city manager, because it always serves as a reminder to me of what we are capable of as a community. And so it may be difficult for you to see in the audience, but under the monument here, the Soldiers and Sailors Monument, there's a group of people who are gathered along the riverbank, and they're surveying the devastation following the flood. I can't imagine how overwhelming that must have felt at the time. Every bridge in the city had been washed away. The train trestle had been washed out as well. Hundreds of homes and businesses have been destroyed. Dozens of lives lost. People are still missing at this time. And yet, they found the courage and the strength to roll up their sleeves, to get to work, to build our community back. And they did in an amazing way. And it's that grit and that determination. It wouldn't matter whether it was a flood or a fire or a tornado or some other natural disaster. The way they would have responded would have been the same. That's what makes our community so very amazing. But as amazing as we are today, and as amazing as we've been throughout our history, to be our best in the future, we have to have a plan. And so what I want to talk with you today is about our plan. What's our plan? How can you get involved? And how can you stay informed? And so our plan centers around three key strategic priorities. Those priorities are being people-centered, neighborhood-focused, and development-driven. Well, people-centered simply recognizes the fact that our people are our greatest strength. Our people are special. And they're inspiration for our commitment to excellence. Excellence in our recruiting, our hiring, and our developing of our team internally. excellence in the culture we create organizationally, and excellence in the service we provide externally to the community at large. Neighborhood focused. Our neighborhoods are our greatest asset. Every one of our 17 neighborhoods has its own unique character, charm, and challenges. And we recognize that we're at our best when every one of our neighborhoods is contributing to and benefiting from the overall success of our city, because our neighborhoods are where everything happens. It's the foundation, it's the base for us as a community. And our commitment is to ensure that every one of our neighborhoods is vibrant and thriving. Development driven. Our greatest resource for the future is our continued success in driving development. Our focus on driving development strengthens Hamilton's future by building upon our success in revitalization. Revitalization is something that we have done better than anyone else, anywhere else, over the past 10 plus years. You can see that, right? You just drive down the street, you drive around town, you see all the amazing amenities that we've attracted and we built. And so we got to continue to drive that, and at the same time, we have to go out and find and attract new investments in our community, while at the same time ensuring that we are supporting the businesses and our residents that are already here, making sure that they're thriving as well. And so each one of these strategic priorities, each one has its own goals and own strategies with each one of those. And being the Neighborhood Summit, I think it's important to focus on our neighborhood piece here and talk a little bit about one of our strategies in focusing on our neighborhoods. It's called Build Back the Block. So I talked about how after the Great Flood, we worked to rebuild the community, and what emerged out of that was an industrial powerhouse, not just here in the Midwest, but across our country and even around the world. Hamilton was renowned for the mills, the factories, and the foundries that we built in the neighborhoods that were the lifeblood for that industry. Many of our traditional neighborhoods, like the 2nd Ward, the 4th Ward, our Jefferson, Riverview neighborhoods, East Hamilton, North End, these neighborhoods were working class, blue collar neighborhoods that supplied the workforce that made these factories and foundries in this industrial economy of ours very, very successful. But the economy changed. And as the jobs began to leave our community, the people followed and they left as well, which started decades-long decline in our neighborhoods. And I'll share with you just one example of what this translates into on an individual basis in a property. So this is a house on Ludlow Street. This is many years ago, decades ago, and this is when this Ludlow Street home in the Jefferson neighborhood was vibrant and thriving. But as the economy changed and jobs left and people moved away, properties started to decline, and eventually they were abandoned. And this house became vacant and blighted. And unfortunately, because of the pressures of so many other forces for the health and safety of our neighborhoods, we were forced to demolish many of these homes. And so this is what that home looks like today. And it's not just this one home. It's hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of these homes across our traditional neighborhoods. And the cumulative impact of this affects us in many ways. One, when you take a house like this off a block, and not just one, but 2, 3, 5, 6, there's probably 7 houses missing off of just this block. And when you multiply that street by street throughout a neighborhood, it erodes the fabric of a neighborhood. It reduces the vibrancy, and it affects the quality of life. So these missing homes have a real-world significant impact on our neighborhoods. It also affects us in a housing crisis. Because these hundreds of homes are missing, these homes that once housed many, many families, because they're missing, the supply of housing is outpaced by the demand. And so the price of housing increases significantly. And not just the cost of houses, but rents. And with the increase in property values comes the increase in property taxes. And so it becomes very, very hard, especially for people who are struggling. It becomes very, very hard to keep a roof over your head. And so that is another impact. And finally, as I mentioned before, is our workforce. Well, our economy has evolved and it's changed, and now our local economy is driven much more by hospitality, healthcare, and advanced manufacturing. And these growing industries have a need for a workforce as well. And where do we get that workforce? We're going to get that workforce from the same place that we did when we were an industrial powerhouse, and that's these traditional neighborhoods, these working class, blue collar neighborhoods. So how do we work to turn this tide? And it's Build Back This Block program. And so this initiative is going to spur the development of new housing on these lots. And I'm excited to tell you that this year we will see breaking ground on new, high-quality, affordable housing, single-family housing in our Jefferson neighborhood for the first time in more than a half a century. It's very, very, very exciting. So that's our plan. That's one piece, one part of our plan. The next part of this is, how can you get involved? Well, when we're working to build these houses, one of the things we want to do is we make sure that we keep them affordable. And adding an amenity to the house is difficult, and so a garage is not a necessity. So many of these houses will be built without a garage, and that creates a problem. And we have a need, and so we want to find a way to match that need with a resource. That need is, people need a place to put their things, right? They need a place to put their tools, their toys, their household items, because when they don't have a place, it creates clutter. And that clutter begins to detract from curb appeal and property values and neighborhood pride. So this initiative, a way for you to get involved, is called Restore It. And this is a community-driven initiative designed to help restore our neighborhoods by helping our neighbors store more. And what we're going to do is we're going to make these community-built, custom-built backyard sheds for these new properties. But this is a chance for you and your organizations, your groups, your neighbors to come together to work to help build these. And what I'm really excited to announce today is that Meyer Brothers, headquartered on Maple Avenue in the Jefferson neighborhood, a family-owned and operated business, has agreed to be our lead sponsor in helping us use the tools, the talent to help build these. There's still a lot for us to figure out. There's going to be more information, but there is going to be a way for you to get involved, and I think that's very, very important. We talk about our plan. We talk about how you can get involved. Well, how can you stay informed? Well, being here today is an awesome way to stay informed, and continuing to engage with 17 Strong is great as well, but we want to create other opportunities. And so this next opportunity is a series of community cookouts. It's called Barbecuing for a Better Hamilton. And it's an opportunity to cook out and connect with your neighbors, with community members, community leaders from across the city, including myself, our city staff, our city team, our city council members, our public safety departments, our police department, our fire departments. We're going to host about 6 or 8 of these events across the city. So we're going to be cooking up good food. We're coming up with some great ideas to make our community a better, safer place. Really excited about this opportunity to come and travel throughout the city, largely in conjunction with 17 Strong gatherings, other neighborhood events, other meetings throughout the city. And I encourage you and your neighbors, if you'd like to host one of these in your neighborhood, is to reach out to us. We're going to have more information on our City of Hamilton Facebook page, and we'll also release it through 17 Strong. But look forward to seeing you here in the spring, summer, and fall at one of our Barbecuing for Better Hamilton events. And lastly, I want to wrap up by circling back and just emphasizing how important this Build Back the Block program is, because I believe that future generations they're going to judge us not on how we came to face these problems, these challenges, right? This housing crisis, the devastating impact of the missing hundreds and hundreds of homes. They're going to judge us not on how we came to face that, just like it didn't matter that it was a flood or a fire or a tornado or some natural disaster back in 1913, right? They're going to judge us on how we responded. And so my hope is that we come to see this challenge facing us right now as our greatest opportunity of our generation to come together, to work together, to seize this moment, to shape the future of our great city for generations to come. Thank you. I want to welcome to the stage a young man from Booker T. Washington Community Center, Mr. Cartier Wilson.
You are welcome. At just 11 years old, I stand proud and bold. You belong everywhere, no matter what you are told. You are welcome. In the school or the mall, to the church and city hall, you are welcome. No matter how different you may think we are, one thing remains the same. Your voice, wait, no, my bad. My bad. Your voice matters. Your voice matters. Your light shines. Your genius belong just like mine. You are welcome. From Jeffersonsville to Governor's Hill to Rossville and Riverview, we are all 17 strong. You are welcome.
Congratulations, man. Well done. Well done. Good job, buddy.
Thank you. We're getting close to getting to the breakout sessions. Going forward from today, there is a full day left, but after this, I would encourage everybody to get involved with 17 Strong. We are a resident-led organization that is there to inspire citizens of Hamilton, of all neighborhoods, to get involved and show pride and growth and promote resident love and involvement in the community-driven, driving positive change throughout the city of Hamilton. I would also like to acknowledge a couple of the people that have helped put on the show for the day, the Hamilton Neighborhood Summit Committee. Thank you for getting this day going. Hamilton City School District for allowing us in the building, the YMCA for the child care that's provided, the Baden Jazz Band, the Ridgeway Students Music Group that was up here, the Hamilton Community Foundation, our community partners, Tano, and all of our presenters that are contributing today. I would like to encourage everybody's participation out as we do our breakout sessions here in a few minutes. Raise your hand, engage in that conversation. Meet your neighbor that you might not know that you're sitting next to in our small little student desks. Just get a contact information and carry that conversation on later after today. In the auditorium here, we will have an overflow area if some of the sessions are full, and there will also be Spanish translation throughout the day. You have a couple things for us, Miles?
I sure do. I want to let everybody know that after this, there is an official way to carry on that conversation outside of this building. We are having sort of an after party at Basil downtown. That'll be 3 to 5. We'll have some live music. We'll have a Sunday bar going on and a couple other treats and snacks. So please join us over at Basil. That's 3 to 5, so plenty of time after the summit ends to get over there. We'd love to see you. We'd love to carry on these conversations. You are welcome to join us at Basil. How about that? Once again, we are so excited to see you all here. This is such a great day. I walked in and I said, it feels like Christmas. It's Hamilton Christmas today. So, a couple more things. We've got Unsung Salvage right outside these doors. They're doing custom printing today. Only $15 for these beautiful, hot off the presses t-shirts. I think this one is special this day only. So please grab one on the way out if you need some We Is Greater Than Me swag. So it's about time to head out that way, head to our first breakout sessions. But before we do that, we want to get everybody to squeeze into this middle section here. We're going to take a big group photo. Everybody ready? Thanks, everybody. Remember to smile for the camera.